that's our starting point, dude.
Our starting point.
We're back.
It's been a little while. Sorry,
It's been a long while, and we were supposed to have a couple guests. We do have a couple guests coming in, but I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that we are going to be taking the show in a different direction. Yeah.
It's something that we've been talking about for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to give the impression that that's the reason why we've been in a hiatus.
Why have we been in the hiatus?
Life, man.
Life.
You were in the East Coast. You're still back and forth in the East Coast.
No, I'm not.
You are planning to be.
Yeah, there's a strong potential that I might.
Mm-hmm.
That's the case. If that happens, we'll still do this virtually. It'll open actually maybe some more doors to having some interesting guests.
Yeah, because we have interesting connections in different parts of the country and the world.
Correct.
Where we couldn't just have them here over,
Right.
Which I'm starting to think, like, if we go down a list, like, from Europe, you said that the friend that you met up, we met up with out there, bass player, is now over here.
Oh,
In
yeah,
London.
he's back here. Well, he's from here.
Yeah,
he's from here. That's another musician. But the funny thing is, I kind of wanted to, take this pod into the realm outside of music.
correct.
Yeah.
Starting point is what I was getting at, because at the end of the day, there is a side to him that isn't just a musician, or are all musicians
True.
all musicians?
We're all pretty one-dimensional, I will say.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, that is true. I think I'm largely influenced by some of the podcasts that I also consume. And sometimes when I listen to them, I put myself in the position of the host, and I have my own questions. And I'm like, ask that. And when they don't, I'm like, dude, I want to get this person on because I have my own questions and I'd like to dive deep into that. So yeah, I'm kind of influenced by that.
The stories behind stories.
Yeah, which leads into, I think, what we want to call this pod. Like, we started it a couple years ago already?
Starting the pandy.
Yeah, it started almost 3 years ago?
Yeah,
3 years ago.
It almost like, I don't want to say that this was the reason,
Right.
but like during the pandemic, it was such a weird time that like it was illegal to hang out with people.
Right.
That like, if we were gonna meet up, might as well make it seem like we're working. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
I'm not saying that's what the way we were thinking, but like,
Right.
it was just like signs of the times.
Yeah. I originally I did a couple like episodes that weren't morning drinker episodes, but I did them over Zoom, and I didn't quite know how to hone in the craft of like producing a podcast, right? Yeah. So they were just absolute trash, and I just deleted them. Some were fun, interesting conversations, but they were just absolute garbage. But yeah, I think Morning Drinkers served its purpose. We had some fun times.
Hell yeah, we did. We had some memorable moments.
Do you remember what Morning Drinkers, like why we called it Morning Drinkers?
Yeah, and that's actually, we discussed it in the last episode, or the episode before this one.
Really? I don't even remember.
A year ago.
Because that was literally like a year ago.
A year ago, I expressed that I was voted out on naming the pod.
Right.
And that it never really sat well with me.
Mm-hmm.
But then you asked me if I knew why it was called that. And then we went down into it, which is the whole, like, if you're going to consume like have it be in the morning, early in the day.
Correct.
You know, and stop at a reasonable hour so you can actually, because the main focus of it is about sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about sleep.
Like this podcast was really like almost like a healthy.
I mean,
ironically, like it was
Yeah.
like be healthy by getting proper sleep, but
Yeah. But get
fucked up in the morning. Yeah, like when you wake up, get hammered. Yeah. So yeah, that's essentially what it was, and we kind of almost every guest that we had, I think we almost like educated them on that. Would at least inform them that.
Well, yeah, well, because they would ask.
Yeah.
Like, so what? Like, you guys, because the name is so on the nose
Right.
that, like, you know, like
Yeah.
guests would come here and like, so does it have to be in the morning?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
right.
that was like the biggest thing that I would always ask.
The irony also is that we rarely recorded in the morning. We actually like were doing it sometimes like late afternoon.
Late afternoon into the evening.
Yeah, so we were like doing the exact opposite of what we were preaching.
We weren't, practicing what we were preaching.
Yeah, but the few times that we actually did it in the morning
It was fun.
was actually a lot of fun.
It was fun.
It was actually
when we had Lex, when we had Heather. Those
Yeah.
were morning.
those were morning
yeah.
episodes, and those were a lot of fun. Actually, one of my favorites is the Lexi episode.
The tangents one,
Yeah.
because and I think what it was is we were all waking up at the same time.
Right.
So the walk to the liquor store, the
Yep.
walk back, it was
Yeah.
already kind of getting us into like the all right, we're gonna do something.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
was a fun like Sunday,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's when we actually recorded. We'd always record on Sunday.
yeah. Try to always record on Sunday.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was like, okay, it's pretty low pressure. We're just gonna enjoy a couple beverages,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think it's cool that we're
But
moving
even-
on.
But even towards the end of filming the last few episodes, we were also kind of cutting back on the alcohol.
We were,
Yeah.
yeah, and ironically, right now I am not drinking, but that's always something I do at the beginning of the year. But yeah, I think also it was time to transition into something a little more.
Now, yeah.
A little more focused, whereas morning drinkers was like, we got to have an episode like every week, no matter
that
what.
was an unwritten task that we put upon ourselves.
Yeah, it was.
We never said like we're gonna do it every week. We just kind of like assumed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it became like unnecessary pressure.
yeah. Because at the end of the day, we wanted this to be a digital archive of our thoughts at that certain time and of date. You know.
Right.
So it's like, oh, if I ever wanted to look back, like, what the hell were we talking about, in 2021?
Yeah. Well, now you and I, we are, like I said, gonna do a bit of a rebranding,
And
the world you're not in.
the world you're not in.
Yeah. TM.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, think about it. Most of the times that we had, we never had guests that weren't people we didn't know.
Right.
And what we always found intriguing about the episodes is when we found out interesting things about them that we never
Right.
expected.
Correct.
You're like, things that made you say, "Wait, what? Like you
Right.
do that? You're into that?"
Cut to the Cubby episode.
Science has to be wrong because that's not how it was taught to me in school,
What do you mean?
Like,
Science is wrong a lot of times.
Like, I'll be real, dinosaurs, I don't believe in them.
What?
I know, dude.
Whoa,
It's weird.
holy
I know,
shit.
dude.
Wait, whoa.
Because it just
Oh, I'm not drunk enough for this. This is the greatest
I know,
shit.
but
this is
they-
the greatest shit I've ever heard right now.
but they have bones, and that trips me out.
Wait. Okay. Wait. What do you mean you don't believe in dinosaurs?
Like, it seems like a fairy tale to me. They don't seem like they could have ever been real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna be splicing in.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is gonna be largely a clip show. We're gonna be showing.
Walk down memory lane,
Yeah.
which was a common episode theme.
Yeah, we definitely.
We did at least 3 to 4 episodes where we like talked about walking down memory lane.
Right. Especially like Catholic school days.
Yeah. Because it was a big part of our of our lives, man.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
you said you went back to church. I remember
Wow. Yeah. So that was like 2 years ago. There was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
because you're like, what is this all about?
It was I think in December or even January, like 2 years ago. Yeah, I went back to church, and it was fascinating. I don't think we have any clips of that. I didn't like go into the church with my phone like,
Hitting
I remember
camp.
this, you know,
Yeah,
like
Apostle camp.
yeah.
Or is it an altar boy camp?
Yeah, altar boy cam. Yeah, but I think like just to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, some of our more interesting shows for us, episodes, if you will, were the ones where, actually, I think we're maybe even the ones that we were like more acquaintances with these people,
Oh yeah.
and then we got to know a little bit more about them, and so that kind of sparked the world you're not in. Because people honestly will share rather quickly if it's a more intimate setting. And even if the
Yeah.
camera is on and you have a mic, like once they start kind of loosening the guard a bit, and alcohol
yeah.
helps that for sure.
It's a lubricant, man. Social lubricant.
And there's very minimal distractions. You're having a conversation that's kind of rare. People don't really talk like that as much these days.
I mean, if we're gonna reminisce about a time where we had that experience, I mean, when Lex told us about the tour bus story.
Right. Oh man, I gotta find that.
We gotta find that.
We'll have to
Yeah.
splice that one in. But yeah, absolutely.
I'll go down on you if you go down on me. But you know you're gassy as fuck. You just ate
I don't know. I mean,
because of the person who
She's
he
like,
is.
gas is natural.
Yeah.
no, but I mean,
You're
I
like,
wouldn't
fuck
have
it.
gas
Puff
in
that
someone's
shit.
face unless they like it.
Spray some We're gonna wrap this up real quick.
Wait, whoa.
What's the
Good
question?
morning, everyone.
What is the question?
Wait. You don't need to name a name, but you've done this to someone that requested this?
No, I've gotten it, I guess.
You've gotten a
and I've requested
Wait.
it.
Things like that. I'm thinking also about the Steve-O episode,
Oh
the
yeah.
McKinney episode, where that was fascinating. You know, you could tell like he was a little guarded at first, and then after maybe 20 minutes or so, he's like, yeah, all right, you know, give me a drink, and then you know he just starts
Well,
opening.
he was testing the waters. He wanted to make sure it was like
safe space.
We were cool.
Yeah, it's a safe
Yeah.
space.
You guys grew up Catholic. I grew up Pentecostal. That shit is a cult.
They're
Hey,
yeah, you're
first
right.
of all, like we're like worshiping guys that are dressed like wizards and shit, dude. Like
The fucking Pope
with his
you
hat
kidding
and
me?
everything.
On a
dude,
throne of
and
gold.
his fucking staff.
on a
yeah.
throne of gold, and they say, "Hey, be humble." Jesus was humble. Yeah.
See,
Well, what's going on here, man?
exactly.
Here's the weird thing. I used to always hear in church people like there's Christians who shit on Catholics. They're like, oh, they're
yeah.
not real Christians.
Yeah.
Oh, we've heard
You
it
know,
all, dude.
So I would hear like, oh, we don't have to go and confess to a priest.
Right.
But they have a thing called altar call where people come up to the altar
They confess.
and tell whatever the fuck they're dealing with. And I'm like, how do we have to do that?
But yeah, I felt that we have some people that we're gonna be reaching out to and have, I think, some interesting guests, where they have an interesting story to tell, and something I think you know, I know some about, but some that I think I'm going to learn about. And I think it's kind of cool that we'll have a podcast where essentially we're just kind of learning some things too.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to keep learning. But my thing is like, I like being proven wrong. Because I make a lot of fucking assumptions and judgments. Where if I see someone, I try to think that I can read them, you know. And then when I get caught off guard and then that whole like, get the fuck out of here, really?
Right.
That's what I really cherish. That's what I'm like really looking for.
So you're actively pursuing that.
Yeah, because I'm active. Well, because I want to keep learning.
So you're
Because
like-
I want to be prove. I want to prove myself wrong that I don't know everything. That like I
By
am-
making like wild assumptions.
hell yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always going.
So this is the world. This is the world I'm not in.
Yeah.
I did not know this about you.
Yeah, man. It's just obviously
That
I'm going super
rub
extreme
people
with it.
That could
Yeah.
rub people the wrong way though.
Oh yeah, obviously, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not super obvious with my assumptions and judgments. I try to keep myself a little quiet.
Okay.
Like, I'll give you a good thing. I know a couple that look like they're fucking squares. And I assumed they were fucking squares. And next thing you know, they're fucking doing swinger shit.
I was just gonna say they're swingers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And usually it's like the ones that are overly squares that you're like,
Oh,
there's something weird. But
there's
no, they played the perfect part. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like,
Man, I'm drawing such a huge blank. This sucks.
you're brain farting right now.
Yeah,
fine.
that's. Oh shit. Well, maybe I need something.
Maybe you need something, dude. I mean, if you want to put your mind in a magical place,
Right.
look,
You have it, right?
yeah,
you were
man, I just-
sipping
I'm not
on
gonna
it.
lie, I just recently got it.
Oh, you just tossed the mic like that. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tried it out.
Ooh.
It's making me firing it off on all cylinders.
Talk to me. What is this?
Dude, it's got fucking. I got really into like mushrooms for a while, like growing those little boxes, and I was trying to get because supposedly
Right. Yeah.
lion's mane mushrooms
Yeah.
and like what is it, the oyster mushrooms and shit are like really good to like regenerate like health. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You know?
Yeah.
So I geeked out. And yeah, these things got lion's mane in it. It's got a bunch of other like organic.
This is the Magic Mind, right?
Yeah, it's Magic Mind.
This is Magic Mind. It is a productivity elixir. Subtly sweet. That's what it says. That's cool, man. Yeah. So I've actually tried this a few times. Actually, more than a few times. Like this past week, I've been getting up pretty early, and I've been a little lazy. I don't really like to drink hot coffee. I like
Hot coffee.
I like drinking cold coffee, but I've been getting up pretty early where I'm like, oh, I don't want to go get a cold coffee.
Yeah.
So I'll chug one of these bad boys, and I swear, like right away, like within 10 minutes, maybe even less, like I feel like, oh, I'm awake.
Yeah. Not tunnel vision, like
Yeah, yeah.
Adderall, like yeah, like
And it's a different experience. Like with coffee, there's like a slow kick, but then if I have too much,
you get the jittery.
I get a little jittery. This Magic Mind doesn't do any of that. Like honestly, maybe because it's a nootropic.
I
Yeah,
don't know what that means, but yeah.
dude, nootropic. I'm not a doctor either. I just know like that's the new thing that helps your mind.
Yeah.
This was started from this dude in Silicon Valley, and I know it's got some matcha in it, but it's really tasty. Actually, I think I'm into that stuff. 12 magical ingredients.
I'm gonna be honest with you. What I like is the fact that it's so small and convenient. Because when I was in college and trying to like hack coffee, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, like adding oils and butter and shit to it, supposedly to make it to only have to use 1 cup of coffee
Right.
a day. But it was too much. It was getting too much in the way. I wasn't getting the fucking ingredients right. And I don't know, man. It's perfect and convenient. Fits in your pocket.
It's delicious. I don't know why you put it in your pocket because honestly, I need a little pick me up right now, and I am going to. I usually a little half and half.
A little half.
But anyway,
Hey man, it worked for me. Works for you. Will work for you too.
anyway, if anybody wanted to try this though, Magic Mind, we do have a promo code. And we may have to switch the promo code, but the promo code is if you go to magicmind.com/morningdrinkers, you get up to 56% off your subscription for the next 10 days. Just put Morning Drinkers in the promo as you check out. And it's delicious. Yeah. I mean, have at it. Have a ball.
Have at it.
Like I said, I get up. I don't get up as early as you, but I'll get up around 6:37, and immediately I gotta like get on my computer, do morning admin stuff, and boom, quick little shot, and we're golden.
Golden. Stay golden, pony boy.
Anyway,
But yeah. it's been a pretty interesting year away from the pod.
It's been interesting.
It's been interesting. There's a lot of stuff that's happened in our personal lives and
Yeah.
our artistic, creative lives.
I missed it because it was a bit of a hang. But what I missed also, I really did miss having guests.
Yeah, I mean, we look forward to it. I still look forward to it. Yeah.
Because the thing is, I love getting together with you, but we communicate so often that like when we get together, it's like, well, what are we gonna talk about? I already know everything that fucking happened.
Well, when we get together, we catch up on the few days that we miss seeing each
Yeah,
other.
I
It's like,
know.
all right, this happened. This fucking.
But
yeah.
but sometimes we're like texting each other, so I'm like, I already fucking know, dude. Like, so it was like, all right, well, let's get someone we don't know.
Let's get in the mix.
Let's go into a world we're not familiar with, the world we don't know.
Exactly, and then show them our world.
Exactly, yeah, and then just
And
shove that down their gullet.
And then they get scared, and then
Mm-hmm.
and they reach out, 3 months later, like, "Hey, sorry, I haven't been replying to your text." Just that video of you guys stretching really scared me.
Right. But we are gonna, I think, still do some Reddit deep dives.
We have to because
that'll be-
it's what ties us together. I've noticed that in Reddit, people feel tight knit.
Yeah.
It feels like an actual community
It does.
of people. They're out of their goddamn minds, but they're like people are interacting with each other. Like there's discourse. There's a lot of different voices being just projected out there.
How do you feel about them going public? Beginning or the end?
I didn't even
No.
know because I didn't been paying attention to like the news.
So look, I may be wrong. I actually may be completely speaking incorrectly on this, but I heard last week I was at dinner with some friends, and one of the guys actually mentioned that they're going to be going public, and that usually when a company does that, it's like kind of the beginning of the end of like the essence of what it was.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
So like I said, I didn't actually like do my research. I just took his word for it. I was like, oh, really? That's what's happening? I mean, it makes sense. Sure.
but
Yeah.
at one point in history, it's gonna become cool again.
Maybe. We'll see.
Think about
I
it.
really enjoy it though.
Champion and Phila were hype as fuck, wound up at Walmart, and now look at them,
Yeah,
dude.
they are
They're
back.
again.
Yeah. So maybe that'll be
Shit's cyclical, man.
maybe that'll be the way of Reddit. I love Reddit for what it is. I hope if it's true, I'll do some research on it. If it's true, if they do go public, I hope it is not the beginning of the end, because I feel like I was late to the game and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I was a little late to it too.
Dude, but you're like the only one I know that's been like consistent with it.
Well, because for me, it's the perfect getaway. Because you can literally travel
Yeah.
anywhere and everywhere because there's a subreddit for
For everything. Yeah.
everything. Anything you can imagine. And
Yeah.
I fucked up because apparently I haven't been doing Reddit right. Apparently
I was following your lead.
you're supposed to have a main account and a throwaway account.
Oh, well,
I've been doing everything on my main account, so it's
but what's the purpose of that? It's pretty anonymous.
already, but I haven't been that anonymous on Reddit.
Oh, you post often.
I'm not necessarily that I post often, but I'll be straight up. Like, I did not know how to blur my face in a video because I'm not fucking
But you
savvy.
put videos up.
Well, I
of
put
you.
a video. Remember, Omar wanted to put a video of me doing karate kicks after we were done wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, rate my kicks.
yeah, it was one of those like dude. I felt like such an old dude because it was like haven't practiced karate in like 14 years. Like,
That's so
still got
funny.
it.
That's funny.
And that's actually my highest like fucking like reacted like thing on my Reddit. Yeah, but because other than that, before that, I tried to be as anonymous as I could. I like blurred faces, everything. But like,
I don't have a single post. I'm
you're a lurker.
I'm now well, not lurking, because the thing is, that community, you need to essentially like participate sometimes in order to comment on certain threads.
Yeah. Oh, I learned that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was one thing I learned because I was using it for honestly, I was using it for like a medical reason, and I was on this thread, this community of people that were, suffering the same thing, but I still don't have enough karma points to even comment. I have to like DM these people.
Social credit score.
Yeah, it's such a Black Mirror thing, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, I've now switched over to being active, but also active not just so I could comment on this thread, but because it's actually helping my work. And what?
Keep going.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after.
And so I don't have any posts, but I do comment a lot now, and I will DM people, and I've had people even reach out to me now. But honestly, like if you even see my handle, like I don't even think you would know it's me. It's so anonymous, and like I said, there's no information about me, no posts whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, that's good that you've been smart with it. I apparently have not. But what I was gonna say is that my good friend posted on Reddit and got so many like upvotes that he got invited into like a special like community group
Wow.
for people that are of a certain like karma point and above.
That's like Club 33 of Disneyland. Or something?
pretty much, man.
Wow.
I mean, I asked him, I was like,
What was it?
yeah, what was it?
yeah,
He's like, it's just another sub. Like, but you can't join unless you got this
Weird.
many fucking upvotes. Yeah. The social credit score.
Right. I honestly like have an embarrassing karma thing because I didn't participate for years. How many do you have? Like,
don't know,
do you
let's
know?
Where's
I don't
my
know.
phone?
I don't know
Oh,
your
my phone's
phone.
over there.
I don't give a shit anymore.
I know I got at least like 100
Okay.
because of the karate videos and the judo videos too. I've been posting judo videos
Okay.
too. Mostly martial arts because that's like the only subs I like consistently like
Right.
follow or like want to have on my feed. It's
Yeah.
just like grappling shit, martial arts history. I geek out on martial arts history.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mine is primarily like music focused because that's sort of what I mean. And then like I said, this like medical thread. But that's it. But there are things that I follow and consume for like entertainment
Oh
purposes.
yeah, obviously that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
You get lost, but there's also a lot of porn on there.
I don't really watch it for porn.
I'm just saying. I'm not me either. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying it's there.
if anybody wants to.
I'm not saying I subscribe to it, but it just
Right.
it comes with the package,
Right,
right? Boy, I wish we could clip in that part from Superbad, the movie, when they talk about that.
We can.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
remember
can.
that part of the movie?
Yeah. It's
what
not-
is it, Perfect 10 or something? The
Yeah.
movie.
It's not illegal. We
It's
totally can. So yeah, what a fucking crazy tangent we went on to just say we're gonna still do Reddit deep dives. One thing I wanted to kind of discuss with you, maybe I guess we'll just do it right here on cam to see how you feel about it. Like, dude, I've really been nerding out on some conspiracy theory shit. Conspiracy theory shit. I really,
Lay it on me.
dude. I watched this one where did I send it to you? Where this guy, I'm obviously into like the alien shit, right?
Very into aliens.
Yeah. But I've never seen someone bridge the gap between aliens and demons.
Aliens and demons. You did not send this.
Dude, blue
Like biblical
Yes,
demons?
yes. That also like as a third variable, because this is what's like kind of new. I don't know how like deep you're in on like alien stuff, but a lot of people are now considering the fact that they're interdimensional. So they like blip in and out. And that's why it's not necessarily like the craft or whatever is so fast. It's that it's going in. Like think of like Nightcrawler from X-Men teleporting. Like it's like that. Like it's going into a different dimension, then it's appearing here and there. And so these things that seemingly are so fast, it's actually that they're just kind of blipping in and out of different dimensions. So that's where these aliens are at. Now this guy
And
took
how
it
are they represented in our physical world?
as like physical entities. They just have the power to like transcend that. I don't know how they figured it out. I'm just saying like this is like one of the alien conspiracy theories that they're interdimensional, right?
The one I've been listening to is that we are alien human hybrids that were made to like mine gold for the aliens.
Yeah, so that's another one that I listened to actually relatively recently too.
Me too.
Who was it? Do you know the guest, the guy who was talking about it?
It was a YouTube guy.
Okay.
I haven't been watching the professionals like Jorge or Georgie on
Right.
on History, but or National Geographic, whatever network.
Well, I'll get into that because I just watched this one recently. I kind of want to like rewatch it a bit because it was pretty. This guy's speaking about it so matter of fact. They all do matter of factually. No, this is real. Like this is what it is.
You guys are dumb for not knowing
Yeah,
this.
and you're like, how do you know this? Like, but what he was saying is, which is interesting. Like once again, didn't do the research. I don't want to tangent too much on this because I really want to talk about the demon connection. But this guy was saying that, you know, some of these old like cuneiform and Sumerian tablets that they say like they can't translate. He's like, it's wrong. Actually, if you like go to the LA Archive website, you could legit like they legitimately have like a thing where it actually does like translate. And he's like, but it's for some reason like nobody's talking about what these translations read. And so that's like he goes on to saying like this is all, you know, blank. Maybe we'll touch on it on a future episode because like I said, it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
But the one that I thought was like the most creative was the fact that this dude bridged the new theory of interdimensional aliens with a biblical holy war with demons. And that like I was all
Was it in the book of Exodus?
No. Like
They usually use that as reference.
No, well, I mean, he's using like pretty much the entire Old Testament as like a reference thing. Like we're talking like from Genesis because so just give you like a quick synopsis / rundown on how he's like bridging these things. So there are, because one of the things is, you know, when you grow up, whether you grow up like a secular believer, when you hear the word demon, you think demons are evil, right?
Yeah.
So what he's saying is, and much like some people believe like the aliens are out to get us, that's why they abduct you, they do experiments on you, et cetera, et cetera. He's like, not every alien,
He's gonna probe your ass.
yeah, not every alien is bad. And he's like, just like not every demon actually is bad. And he's saying demons are similar to humans in the fact that they have free will. So not every demon is going to be like evil. Not every human is a piece of shit. Right? Following me so far? So one of the things that he was connecting, you know, if you grew up like Catholic boys like we, is that he speaks about angels. And he's like, angels don't have free will. Whatever God says, they have to do. And so he goes on to say, Lucifer was never a fallen angel, because if he were an angel, it would imply he had to do what God told him to do. Lucifer was always a demon. And so Lucifer had the free will to be like, fuck you, God. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. Mm-hmm. So Lucifer and his demons,
His gang of buddies.
it's
The
all
contrarians.
Yeah,
The contrarians.
They're like the interdimensional aliens. That's why you have in the Bible like little depictions of potentially like Ezekiel's fiery chariot being a UFO, things like that. Like,
Oh shit.
so he ends up going.
shit.
He ends up going even deeper, dude. Where like he talks about the occult, like Aleister Crowley. He even talks about L. Ron Hubbard, and what's the other dude? The like one of the founders of like rocket science. These all three
The
of these.
Alabama guys?
No. One guy in particular, but all three: Aleister Crowley, that guy that I'm speaking about, and L. Ron Hubbard,
Yeah.
were all boys.
Oh.
They were all friends.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. And,
okay.
and actually, that is something I did look into, like
Uh-huh.
while I was listening to it, and it's legit. Like they actually did all know each other, and they were friends, and they all practiced the occult, the dark arts, so to speak.
The dark arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And so this, especially with rocket science, infiltrated governments around the world. People are trying. So his like theories, or if they are theories, like of course they're always like you got to look into it. And he's citing certain things that's like
Yeah.
almost impossible for you to retain unless you're like actively taking notes, like it's a
Yeah.
class. that is exact. It's almost like Stranger Things. There are factions of the government that are looking into like the dark arts, and they're looking to open these portals so that we can also go into another dimension, just like these demons are.
We'll go to the upside down.
Exactly. So he's like, so to me, I'm like, okay, what? Well, like,
I'm in.
yeah, I'm already in because one, I watch Stranger Things, but you're telling me like this shit's like real.
Well,
Even if it's not, just the fact that he was able to bridge interdimensional aliens with the Bible, I'm like, because he's saying like this has always been like a holy war.
well, I mean,
in its entirety.
if we're gonna keep bridging or making those connections with the demons, especially demons and angels,
Yeah, angels and demons.
angels and demons,
Shout out Tom Hanks.
the one and only. In a previous
Dan Brown.
in a previous episode, we went over and we discussed what biblical depiction of angels look like.
Yeah,
And
we
they
showed
look
them.
like fucking demons.
They look weird as fuck, dude.
They look like demons. Some even look like a UFO.
Right.
If you were to see that in the sky. So if you're telling me that a demon is an angel could be a demon could
no,
be
it's not. That's not what I'm saying. A demon is just like another.
angel that just didn't conform. He was
No,
like,
no. Angels have to conform. Demons are just like another entity, like a human.
Oh, like a
that
human.
have free will. They may not look like a human. It's just another like.
that ruins
It's just,
it for me.
but it's just like another living thing that was
Yeah.
created, but also has free will. Yeah,
because those angels look demonic, dude.
I know.
And
Some of them are a little, but who's to say that's not the demon influencing the art to make it look demonic,
yeah, that's
to
true.
scare you, and it's a holy war.
demons, biblical angels, possessions. Triggered a memory of a musician buddy. I don't even want to say buddy. Let me rephrase that. Erase it from memory. Growing up, my cousin that's a musician had a friend, and supposedly he was possessed one night and heard angels, and the angel inspired him to write music
Hell yeah.
and wrote a song that's like in a language no one can fucking like
All
understand.
in.
Yeah,
I'm all in. If you have that, we'll splice that in. I'm all in on that.
let me call him. Dude. I wish I could call him just to corroborate, just to see that I'm not like remembering like a false
I
memory.
mean, you could here's your
Give me my
phone.
yeah.
Here's your phone. All right. So anyway, not saying we're gonna be able to get like this guy on the
No,
pod. You know, maybe if we get some revenue, you know, then we'll be able to like fly people in or something. But I'm saying that things like that, people with like just crazy different, drastically different background and interests are interesting to me.
Yeah.
I guess I share that interest, but someone that's essentially either that creative or that intelligent to piece this stuff together, if it is true or not, I find fascinating.
I mean, I've done that on my own.
I mean, yeah, but I would like to speak to them, like
Yeah.
because honestly, like I said, I'm watching it. I have my own questions,
Yeah.
and they're not being asked. So I'm like, how do I could email you, I guess,
Yeah.
but it's not the same. I want to have a sit down and converse with you.
It's like that time I was watching the History Channel, and they were talking about the recent discovery or it was the Discovery Channel, the recent discovery that dinosaurs were actually feathered.
Yeah, some, not all.
Something
Yeah.
along the lines of like that.
Yeah.
That they weren't all reptiles.
Yeah,
And I don't, maybe I was under the influence of something, and I just remember like, oh fuck, like Quetzalcoatl was a feathered snake.
yeah.
That supposedly like some people would call a dragon.
yeah.
So it's like, was that a dinosaur?
You know, I
Was
honestly,
it, and then answer open the questions like, were there like, you know, in times where people are starting to document shit,
Yeah.
are there still any remaining like dinosaur-like creatures?
I think so, because it's all over the world.
yeah, right.
All and like similar depictions of the dragon are all over the world.
Yeah, Europeans have a dragon. Asian people have a dragon.
yeah.
Latinos have a dragon.
Yeah, it's to me that's too common of a theme for it not to be real. And so that's another thing is like there are a lot of common themes throughout the world that also fascinates me because I'm into like this alternative history because I am like that to me. I'm now becoming much more of a believer than the alien stuff's like still kind of entertainment.
But like while all of this is happening and everything, Cubby still doesn't believe in dinosaurs.
We'll splice that one in again.
gotta splice it in.
We'll splice. It's so good, it's gonna happen twice. It's so good, it's gonna happen twice. But anyway, what other favorite moments do you have from
off the top? I already mentioned one of them was Lexi's tour bus story.
Yeah, but
because it actually has one of my favorite reactions that we've had on camera.
Okay.
Like every
That's
time
true.
we have like a genuine like belly laugh.
Oh, dude, that was great.
Dude, like it's so memorable, dude. Like you ran to the bathroom, you couldn't take it.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah,
that's
like,
right. The ones where I run off are really, really good. One of my favorites is when Nick was on. Nick was on a couple times.
Nick was on and off the mic a few times.
Yeah, Nick was on a couple times. One of them is when I show him a Reddit deep dive. And then another one is us just being like absolutely silly, but so ridiculous. And I think we even do our accents.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
it was the
trying to
St.
British.
Patty's episode.
Yeah.
It was the St. Patty's
Yeah.
episode. Yeah. So I have those are some of my favorite moments too. But yeah, more often than not, the favorite moments are when we had guests. And we
Yeah,
got a little
obviously,
silly.
because we had shit that we could share with others.
Yeah.
We could share the laugh. We could share the moment.
Dude, the grapefruit.
The grapefruit, that was phenomenal. We had to show it to at least 4 different guests.
The grapefruit. I distinctly remember we showed it. Yeah, at 3 or 4 different. No, yeah, I think you're right. I think we showed it to Lexi too.
Yeah, I remember something that spawned from the grapefruit was we were just like in the recommended videos like
Yeah.
after watching it, and it was like
The Guitar Hero. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to that Filipino kid that
Right.
that guy that
Yeah.
that did somehow got the grapefruit audio on Guitar Hero.
They are an interesting people.
And made tabs for it. That felt on key. Like, they weren't just random.
Yeah.
Like,
That's so funny.
they were on scale.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, the grapefruit one is specifically, I think, with Tony and Oscar was a great one.
Yes.
Tony's face. I zoom in on it.
Yeah.
It was.
Which, by the way, at the end of the filming, he pulled out a random sausage out of his pocket. No warning.
he just carries.
Just in a Ziploc.
Yeah, I do remember.
Was it a
that.
Ziploc
I
or
think
was it just like in the wrapping still that he was like uncasing?
I think it was both. I think it was in the wrap, but it was in
or
some
saran wrap. That would make
Yeah.
it worse for some reason.
You know, you gotta have some emergency meat, dude.
The emergency
Yeah.
meat. Oh God.
But anyway, we should probably wrap it up though, to be honest, because it's I think the end of an era,
The end of an era and the beginning.
beginning of the world you're not in. Yeah.
Rising from the ashes.
So to that,
Look at all those
dude,
following.
see, look, I forgot the Halloween
Oh, Spooktober.
episode, dude. Spooktober. I remember that was great. Who's this? Is this Lex? I think that is Lex.
That's Lex.
Yeah. So we had some funny ones. Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
There it is with
There it is.
Nick. And all right, strap in, buddy. You ready?
Oh God, here we go.
So Japanese weird race. All right. There it is. So for anyone listening, there's some sort of
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
Wait.
In like 100 years, they're gonna be like, this is a folkloric dance
Oh yeah.
of the United States. This is like a folkloric fertility dance. It's pretty amazing.
It's revolutionary. Oh shit. Like nothing happened. Like
Yeah, just like that, right?
I love the side angle. I love the side angle.
That's it. Farewell, morning drinkers.
Farewell, morning drinkers, and welcome the world you're not in.
Boom.
Love y'all.
Peace.